Greetings and salutations. This vessel is El Conquistador, and today on El Conquistador Plays, That Boy Ain't Right. Why would anyone do drugs when they could just mow a lawn? These immortal words by Hank Hill are actually a question that has been asked every single day since Edwin Budding invented the lawnmower in 1830. You see, before that, the only lawnmowers people knew about were sheep. Today, people can hop upon a hog that has 19 horsepower, a 42-inch steel deck, and a zero-turn radius. Oh, yeah. But what do you do after you're done cutting the grass? After all, most people can only do that weekly. How do you maintain that euphoria? Well, you come inside and cut the grass. That's right. What once was just an outdoor activity can now be done on all major gaming platforms thanks to Lawn Mowing Simulator. It's time to find out what your life could have been like if you owned a landscaping company in England. Now, that's enough talk. It's time for El Conquistador to grab his Xbox Series X controller so we can play. Let's make Hank proud. Alright, there's not much to say about setting up this game other than you have just started a landscaping company. El Conquistadors is entitled Butthole Incorporated, patent pending, and you basically just manage your fleet of lawnmowers. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue on El Conquistador's budding career as a landscape architect. So we've got one mower here that looks very close to what El Conquistador uses at home. This is just incredible. So you can do some maintenance, which we do not need to do at this point. Then you can go to the map and look for a job. And so this is in England, and we're going to cut somebody's garden here. That is pretty much the only one available. So we have to get near perfect on this cut. So Randy Leahy is up on deck. We're going to pick that Stiga Estate 2084H. And our Toro's 60V 16-inch trimmer. So let's do this thing. Now, it wouldn't be a lawn mowing type game if we did not honor King of the Hill during this time. El Conquistador is a huge King of the Hill fan. So while he's cutting this lawn and we see the intricacies of what it takes to do so, he is going to talk about his top 5 favorite episodes of King of the Hill. But first, you see we have we have to do a ground check first. That's right. So we walk around the grounds here and we try to find things that would damage our mower. So we're going to pick those up. And there's only 4 of them, so it can't be that hard to find. Ooh, this is touchy. Some rusty shears. Dun, 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 dun. You can see this is a pretty nice lawn. These people have kind of let it go a little bit. There we go. Time to unpack our mower. Okay, so we start the engine. Yeah, start the engine. Okay. Oh, there we go. Apparently you have to hold it a lot longer. I'm going to put those rip'ems up, and let's go. Oh, the cut length. We didn't really pay attention to what that was. Ooh. All right, we're cutting. We are cutting. Anyways, number 5 on the list of top 5 King of the Hill episodes is one entitled Ho Yeah! And it's season 5, episode 13, and that's when Hank becomes a pimp. That's right, Hank Hill, the purveyor of propane, becomes a pimp. The best part about this episode is that the pimp that gets really angry at Hank that that accuses Hank of stealing his woman is played by Snoop Dogg. His name's Alabaster Jones, and he looks exactly like Snoop Dogg. But that's where we get such an iconic line like, "I'm the Mac Daddy of Heimlich County, and the only lady I'm pimping is Sweet Lady Propane." It's just another one of those episodes where Peggy kind of bites off more than she can chew. Just a brilliant episode, though, and to hear Hank say "Alabaster" several times is quite the treat. And just one of the best bits is Alabaster's chasing him down the highway, and Hank waits for the light to turn red because he thinks Alabaster's going to stop. And of course he doesn't, so yeah. He runs the red light, and Hank's like, "Oh, he didn't stop!" So that's a great episode. In this game, you can see all the dirt flying around. We're going about 5 miles per hour. This is crazy. You got to watch your speed. You got to watch your cut. You don't want to damage their yard. You also don't want to run over these flowers. That would deduct your payment. And in turn, it would be Randy Leahy's payment of Butt Enterprises. Or wait, no, it was Butthole Incorporated. El Conquistador thinks Butt Enterprises was probably number 2 because he's get it, number 2 because he's super immature. Number 4 on the top list of King of the Hill episodes was entitled Hank's Backstory. It's also in season 5. It's episode 19, and it's quite apropos for what we are doing right now. He starts racing lawnmowers, and a recurring theme throughout the show is that Hank has no butt. And the constant jostling of the lawnmower, as you can see on screen here, really hurts Hank's back. So he has to go to the doctor and get butt implants to sit on. They weren't surgical or anything. It's a medical device that he has to wear. Because he has diminished glutes syndrome, DGS. And El Conquistador did check with his sources. That is not a real disease. However hilarious it is. But Hank has no butt. But. Hank has no butt, and he has to do this race, and it's just hurting him. He loses one of his saline-injected sides, and one of the people from the support group he's in throws him his orthotic. And then they never talk about his diminished glutes in the same way again, which is what's beautiful about animation. But something about Hank and his father just saying butt boobies several times is just brilliant. This really captures exactly what it's like to cut grass. There's no doubt about it. You know, you got to make a little swivel there. Although in real life, whenever El Conquistador goes in reverse, he has to turn his blades off. Otherwise, the mower does not have a good time. So you could really damage your mower in this if you're not careful. There's all sorts of maintenance-y type things, but since El Conquistador just started playing, we don't have to go through any of that. We see a spot he missed. We don't want to do that. Yeah, look at Randy there, just handling it. You'll notice the graphic on his back. Let's be honest, if it was customizable, it would have been a butt to match the Butt Incorporated, or Butthole Incorporated. One of the worst things El Conquistador did was teach his kids the word butthole. And yeah, he's waiting for a phone call one day from school that they called their teacher a butthole. But there's a lot of butts in this episode. Hopefully you're still around. You would think El Conquistador would be more talking about Beavis and Butthead, which is also a great show. But this is all about King of the Hill. Number 3 on the top list of favorite King of the Hill episodes is entitled Bobby Goes Nuts. That's season 6, episode 1, and that is the inspiration for this shirt right here. Bobby is getting bullied at school, getting beat up, so Hank tells him to take a self-defense class at the YMCA. All those classes are full, so Bobby ends up in a women's self-defense class, and the only thing he learns how to do is how to kick someone in the crotch. Hence the title of the episode, Bobby Goes Nuts. And because it was a women's self-defense class, right before he does it, he screams out, "That's my purse! I don't know you!" And hilarity ensues, because he kicks a lot of people down there. He destroys Hank. Ooh, we gotta take it easy around this guy. He just absolutely destroys Hank. Kicks Chain Wasana-san, who's a bully throughout the show, until we damaged the ground. That stinks. How else are we supposed to do it? Until he has a showdown with Peggy, where he kicks her there, and she informs him that girls do not have such things. Great episode. Spawned many a meme. Just fabulous writing on that one. And quite possibly one of the most iconic lines of the show, if not the most iconic line. So we're just cutting grass. There is nothing to say about this game other than we are cutting grass. You can run out of fuel, but we filled up before this started. So perhaps if the yard was a bit bigger, once you get later on in the game, that could become an issue. We've already damaged the property a little bit. That's okay. The Brits are forgiving people. So we're just cutting grass here. All right, so we're at 50% here. And we're going to take a little bit of a break because this game has given El Conquistador the insatiable desire to actually go cut grass. So give him a few minutes. He's going to go start up the mower, and we're going to cut some grass. All right, we're back. Let's continue cutting virtual grass for the time being. So that little foray there reminded El Conquistador that King of the Hill is the greatest anime in existence, and anyone who argues that point clearly doesn't understand what goes into great animes. Some would say it's Dragon Ball Z, others Naruto, others One Piece, but none of those hold a candle to King of the Hill. Because of the second top episode that El Conquistador just loves is a beer can named Desire. That's from season 4. That's episode 6. And that's when they meet Bill's cousin, Gilbert. And they end up winning some kind of contest that Hank has to go down to Louisiana and throw a football through a hole so he can make some money. And they stay with Bill's family, and we meet Gilbert, who teaches Bobby his effeminate ways, much to Hank's chagrin. He introduces Bobby to different style of clothing. Bobby shows up in a robe and says one of the other iconic lines, "Is it hot in here? Because this flower is wilting." And there's just so many great lines from that episode. Gilbert says something like, this muggy weather gives me the case of the horribles. Hank asks Gilbert how he feels about the Saints football team, and Gilbert says, "Well, I don't know much about saints, because I prefer the company of sinners." And in classic Hank, "Well, all right then." Now, see, describing these episodes do not do them justice, because El Conquistador is trying to mow lawn whilst he is explaining these. So as he's doing it, it sounds pretty terrible. But that's okay. That's why he's giving you the episode, so you can go out and watch it. But Gilbert only appears in the series twice, and geez, that episode is just rife with one-liners. So this is a pretty nice lawn that we're mowing here. Again, hopefully we get a tip at the end of this. See, at home, El Conquistador does run over these same plots, and he's definitely missing some patches here, so we're going to have to go around. It's going to maybe change his path here. See, if we damage the ground again. That's some pretty soft ground there. That's ridiculous that you can barely run over it, and it's just going to continue to get damaged. Now, sure, there's probably a technique involved here, but he's not following any of that. He did not go to college for groundskeeping. It's all about getting out there and getting it done. And unfortunately, sometimes you lose some good men out there. El Conquistador assumes that is what happens at the landscaping company. Butthole Inc. is having trouble hiring people, likely because nobody wants to work for a company named Butthole Inc. El Conquistador supposes that people could get the wrong idea about this, what exactly we do here. Perhaps that's why we can't retain employees. But, you know, the old Randy Leahy here doesn't mind getting on the old hog. If we make enough money, we can get into some serious hardware. Look at all these missed spots. It couldn't possibly be El Conquistador's mowing technique. Oh, jeez. He wasn't even that close to that flower. That's ridiculous. Now he's getting a little upset. Ooh. It appears the bagger might almost be full. He's not sure how to deal with that. Huh. There's still a pretty big chunk here. We're just gonna back it up and go right back in. Get up and in, we always say at Butthole Inc. We don't really know what that means, but we say it. Also, again, we have no employees. If El Conquistador was cutting grass in real life, he would have some banging anime music on. The King of the Hill theme song definitely fits that bill. He would love to have the rights to play it on video, but he doesn't. But it goes a little bit something like this. It could be a little bit longer than that, depending on which version you see, but that's greatest anime intro song ever. All right, let's disengage these blades, and we got to drive through this gazebo. Oh, well, that's no fun. Come on, that's a miss by the programmers right there. See, that's the one gripe El Conquistador has with all these simulator type games, is we all grew up on Grand Theft Auto, and he wants to be able to just go wherever he pleases, destroy whatever he pleases, and that would be a lot of fun. However, they don't always allow that to happen. Oh, okay. Probably should have read the tutorial to know what to do. Okay, that engages the blades. Reverse. There's got to be some button that... Oh, reverse. Look at that. There's a big old warning up there. Wow. Sometimes the answer's right in front of your face. All right. That's mildly embarrassing. However, that warning was really small, and he has not played this game enough yet to have known that that was going to show up there. But that's okay. We're just going to finish this lawn. And El Conquistador knows you've been waiting for number one. His favorite King of the Hill episode of all time is called A Firefighting We Will Go. That's season 3, episode 10. And the boys become volunteer firefighters. The beautiful part about this episode is that they end up burning down the fire hall, and they're getting interrogated as to what happened. And of course, all 4 of them have a different version of their story. It's just also brilliant because Hank, of course, tells the truth. Dale makes up some crazy story that makes him look like Rambo, and that he was the hero in all of it. Bill tells his version of the story, and in his version, he's only fatter and more depressed than he is normally, which is hilarious, but also sad in a way, because poor Bill. And then Boomhauer's version of his story, for those who know the show, they know Boomhauer talking, dang oh yo man, gotta talking about mowing the grass, dang oh yo. He talks so fast. But in that episode, everybody else talks like he does normally, and he talks really slow. So the stories they tell weave this episode together, and it turns out that Hank does the right thing by being a good friend, because it was Chet Elderson's fault, who died and wouldn't stop plugging in his stinking Alamo beer sign that didn't work right. The guys were pallbearers at his funeral and, of course, dropped him into his grave, and he spilled out of his casket. It's a crazy episode filled with just so much good stuff. And that is the list. That's the top 5. It was really hard to narrow it down because El Conquistador adores that show. highly recommends the watch. Right now it's on Hulu, and you can watch it from beginning to end. There's 200 plus episodes, so it'll keep you busy for a little while. And those who know the show, again, know that Hank Hill is quite the lawn fanatic. He just loves his lawn, and El Conquistador feels that pride and passion when he's out there on his hog, just doing what we're doing right now. And this game has really bridged the gap with people who just never want to stop mowing their lawns. You can do that now. Do it in real life once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever you need to do. And then you can come in here and finish it off. This is just such enthralling stuff to be watching right now. It really is crazy that video games have come so far to the point that people have created something like this. And El Conquistador believes the Simpsons had a joke about this. I mean, as well as King of the Hill. And as you see, as we shore this up here, we're slowly but surely getting that progress meter up. Did we already do a whole circle? Huh. We need 0.5%. El Conquistador was hoping the edges were going to yield a little bit more. But perhaps we could... Oh, ooh. That was from not being careful. Ah, jeez. Okay, careful. Careful. Oh, come on! He wasn't even close to the flower that time. Ah! Well, this job might have just been failed. All right, this part really encapsulates what it's like to use a weed whacker because it sucks. It sucks, it sucks, it sucks. But here at Butthole Incorporated, we take care of you. This is just getting stupid at this point. Oh, this is... The rest of the lawn was a lot of fun, but the angst of having to use a string trimmer. Oh, thank goodness. We finally got it. That was... he keeps running to the wrong exit. That was brutal. All right, just for good measure. We're never coming back to this place. Oh, wait, none of that. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. All right. That probably cost us some money. All right, let's get out of here. Well, you literally just watched El Conquistador cut the grass. Hopefully you feel as good as he does right now. That was incredible. It really encapsulates the feeling of cutting the grass, the fun of riding a hog like we just did, and the pain of having to use a string trimmer. This game has it all. If we continue to build our career, there's a lot of play here. There's a lot of lawns to cut, and the best part is things grow back. So those flowers that El Conquistador knocked out, non-issue. So if you want your grass cut, call Butthole Incorporated. El Conquistador wishes he had a snazzy number and planned all that. Nonetheless, this game is exactly what it advertises itself as being. It is a lawn mowing simulator. If you're into it, that's great. You'll have hours upon hours upon hours of mowing lawns. If you're not, there's other simulators out there that would probably be more fun. El Conquistador recommends Sim City as a starting point. But anyways, thanks for watching as always, and El Conquistador appreciates you more than you'll ever know. Take care.